Okay. I know this might be a bit of a stretch, but I have a theory I want to propose. Is Lotus Dragon Cookie Snapdragon Cookie's mom? Like I said, this might be a huge stretch considering unfortunate factors, but I want you to at least hear me out. I actually have some evidence, pretty weak evidence, but evidence nonetheless to support this claim. So, shall we dive in? Here's some food for thought. Why is Lotus Dragon Cookie the only one of the dragons to not be named after a tropical fruit? Longans, lychees, pitayas, and pineapples are all tropical fruits. Before you all come after me, Ananas Dragon Cookie is based off the pineapple. They use ananas to fit the tropical fruit theme. But Lotus Dragon Cookie was based off the flower, not the fruit or the edible seeds. While lotuses are tropical, I find it weird that Lotus Dragon Cookie wasn't named after the fruit and is mainly flower themed. Or now that I think about any tropical fruit that wasn't already a cookie. Even Google points out that they are an outlier among the others. Now, think for a moment. What are snapdragons? Snapdragons are flowers, just like Lotus Dragon Cookie. Snapdragon Cookie is explicitly stated to be based off the flower, not the edible seed. So, I have reason to suspect they are parent-child. Oh. Okay, let's address the elephant in the room first. Lotus Dragon Cookie and Snapdragon Cookie look nothing like each other, dragon or cookie form. Let's compare Longan Dragon Cookie and Dragon Eye Cookie, who are parent and child canonically. They don't look exactly the same, but they look similar. Black limbs, gray doe, mostly black eyes, glowing yellow pupils sometimes, and a mainly white color scheme for their clothing and hair. However, they also have their differences, such as Dragon Eye Cookie lacking horns and having a very long, tail-like piece of hair. But they are similar enough that you know they are parent and child. Even the Ananas Dragon Cookie points out in their relationship chart. Let's look at Lotus Dragon Cookie and Snapdragon Cookie, specifically their dragon form. Snapdragon is mostly baby pink with green highlights, with wings and one singular horn, and feet instead of flippers. Meanwhile, Lotus Dragon Cookie has a mostly blue and teal color scheme, with the most pink being the single lotus flower on their back. Alongside Lotus Dragon Cookie looking like an extinct aquatic dinosaur, the two don't look like they are related at all. Or could they? This is the part where she desperately tries to salvage the theory. Let's think back to when Snapdragon was first introduced, as the egg in the statue in the Dragon City. Pitaya Dragon Cookie comments that they have no future when they don't respond to the dragon tongue, likely due to the lack of warmth of a parent. However, when the city bursts into flames as a result of the lava dragon's attack, Snapdragon Cookie hatches, much to everyone's surprise, with Pitaya Dragon Cookie commenting that all it needed was the heat of a burning city to hatch. Tartatan Cookie comments when Snapdragon Cookie starts to hatch that this dragon egg monument had decorated the city plaza for generations, meaning that Snapdragon should have been a lost cause, a dead egg never to hatch, except they did. They remained dormant for probable centuries, waiting for the heat. Snapdragon's gotcha method involves raising the heat to 2,000 degrees Celsius through the crystals. That should have killed our main group, the heat. not the crystals or the gotcha method. Well, maybe not Hollyberry Cookie and Bataya Dragon Cookie and the Buttercream Wyvern, but definitely should have killed the others. But since it didn't, and no one was complaining about the heat, there must have been less heat involved in the fire that triggered Snapdragon's hatching. Even if the fire burnt out by morning, which it did, the night fire should have killed them by simply being there, as they would easily roast alive. Oh wait, they are cookies. They can withstand hotter heat. Now, it could be that the statue the egg was in was slowly heating up the egg, like a makeshift nest. But I think another way this could work was if their parent was an immortal dragon. The fetus could remain dormant for a long period of time without being rendered dead, like Bataya Dragon Cookie initially thought. Now, we know next to nothing about dragon reproduction in Cookie Run Kingdom. Hell, we don't even know how the cookies reproduce. All we know is that they can reproduce asexually, and maybe sexually, and that they can get pregnant. We're digressing. What I am trying to say is that nothing is out of the realm of possibility for us. So what if a dragon's features are also turned by where they develop? Like, they somehow get information from the outside world and develop to the environmental needs. Nope. We are going to temporarily ignore this fact for now. Wait, didn't Lotus Dragon Cookie have wings in that flashback? Yeah, I'm fairly sure they used to have wings. So maybe they evolved not to have them, see them currently or lost them? So what if Snapdragon was laid in the state where Lotus Dragon Cookie had wings and was still later on in their egg gestation? I don't know the term. That could explain the wings. The rest could be simply defects due to technically having enough heat to survive and hatch, but not enough to keep developing inside the egg. I mean, they wouldn't develop flippers and their coloring would be off. So, could Snapdragon Cookie be the secret child of Lotus Dragon Cookie? Probably not. There are too many parts that rely on purely speculation and reasonable doubt. But I do think they may be related to the main 5 siblings. But what do you think? I'd love to hear your opinions on this matter, and maybe a few theories of your own. This is a Cheetah Paw speeding off.